Hi guys, welcome to Build the Basics. My name is John Ming, and today we'll be going through some building methods and safety. So the first thing you want to learn about is about a spirit level. Now what we can do with this is pretty amazing. So let's say you're putting up a big piece of furniture, or you're building a house. You want to use this to make sure that your columns or your cupboards or whatever you're building is vertical or horizontal. So let's go over here. Let's say we want to put up this column as vertical as possible. So as you can see, the spirit level has a little bubble, and once you brace the spirit level on the column, you can see the little bubble. It's right in between the lines. That means it's pretty vertical, but you want to make sure it's as close as possible to right in the center, so you know that this is very vertical, it's safe, and it's according to your design. Okay, you could also put this on a horizontal piece. Let's say you want to make sure that this is horizontal. So just put it on and check the bubble. So if it's too much to the left, too much to the right, you can just adjust it, and you can see the little bubble moving around. Yeah, so this is level. Okay, so that's the spirit level. The next thing we want to go through is some useful tricks on how to use a measuring tape. So if you've seen in the other videos, measuring tapes are pretty simple. So what you can do, if let's say you're alone at home and you want to measure the height of your ceiling. So the ceiling is pretty high, you can't really reach the ceiling by yourself. So what you can do is you brace the end of the measuring tape on the floor. Then you want to extend it much further, you lock it, and you could probably just step on the catch here and just push this all the way up, like that. And then you can get your reading. Alright? So once again, just make sure that you extend it further than yourself, lock it, and then you can push it all the way up, and you could also go even further, lock it again, and probably go even higher. Okay? Alright, that's about it for the measuring tape. Okay, now over here, we have a basic A ladder. Now just a few tips on climbing A ladders. You know that it can be compressed and stowed away. So whenever you want to open it, just make sure that it's open all the way, and make sure these braces are pressed all the way down. Okay, next thing is that a general safety measure is that you don't want to climb too high if you don't have something to hold on to. So what you can do is climb all the way to maybe the third last step, and then you can continue your work. But if you're climbing up, then you definitely can climb all the way up and get up on top. So other than that, if you have a friend who can help you hold the ladder, like Nixon over here, so he's going to hold the ladder here, so I can, it's safe, it's comfortable for me to climb up. Okay? So once again, this is, sort of definitely how high you want to climb, so that you have your knees braced against the top part of the ladder, so you can, reach around. You don't want to climb too high because you don't have a comfortable position. It's pretty tricky on your balance. So definitely you want to stay around here. But if you're going to climb up on top, then go ahead. Now the last thing we have in this video is how to put up a scaffold. Now a scaffold is mainly a temporary structure. It allows you to go up and work at height. The basic parts of a scaffold is right here. As you can see, the two main frames. You've got your cross braces, you've got your adjustable legs, and your catwalk platform. Okay, so first thing you want to make sure when you're building a scaffold is you have a partner with you. And today we have Nixon over here. He's going to help me build this scaffold. So let's begin. First thing we're going to do is lay your cross braces on the floor. Just lay it across. And the next thing is we're going to work with one red mainframe first. Okay, so I'll be holding this right here. And Nixon is going to help me put in the adjustable base plates. Okay, once you know that this is secure in, you can probably just lean this on another structure, or you could just lie it on the ground. Okay, next we're going to work on the next main frame. Okay, Nixon will hold that. I'll help him put this in. At this point, you want to make sure that your partner is holding onto the mainframe and tell him do not let go. Okay, because I'm going to work on the other pieces. Okay, so Nixon, just make sure you don't let go. And also you could wear a helmet, or rather you have to wear a helmet when you're inside the construction zone. Okay, so next I'm going to be working with the cross braces. So this basically maintains the rigidity of the structure. It goes right in these hooks. There's a little lock here. Just unlatch it, put it on, and make sure this lock is engaged. Okay, do the same for the next lock. Okay. I'm going to work on the other brace. Remember, your partner is still holding on to it, making sure that the frame doesn't fall. Okay, now we have the cross braces in. So Nixon is holding that side, and now I'm going to put this side in. Make sure it's all locked. The last one, and there we go. We have the basic structure of a scaffold. The last thing you want to do is put on the catwalk. This is the platform that you'll be climbing up onto. The catwalk is pretty heavy, so you want to make sure that two people are handling it. They come from the inside, push it up, and just note that there's a little lock on the catwalk hook. As you put it in, the lock automatically engages. Yeah. Okay. Also, you want to make sure that the catwalk is straight and not engaged diagonally. So if his side is going to be aligned to this corner, then I want to make sure that my side is aligned to this corner. Alright, there we go. We have a completed scaffold. Now, climb it! So another thing to note is always use the step ladders. Do not step on the cross brace, because this is meant for holding the structure and not your body weight. So just make sure that you step on these, and always hold up on the frame so that you support yourself when you get up. Right, there we go. Now another thing to note, if you're working at heights, always make sure that you have your safety harness on. And when you're clipping yourself onto the structure, always make sure you try to secure yourself to the more solid structure rather than the less solid ones. Hello guys, and again a final recap.
John, your mask.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry guys. Okay, final recap. So basically, all about your safety equipment. Basically, you have your safety helmet. This protects your head from falling things from the sky. If timber is running in and out, you want to make sure that when you're in zones that are dangerous, when there are a lot of movement, just make sure you have your safety helmet on and tight. Next, you definitely want to wear your safety glasses if you're working on things that produce a lot of sparks or dust or anything that can damage your eyes. So you can use your safety glasses for that. You could use goggles. This is definitely much safer, but it's a little bit more uncomfortable. But it definitely protects your eyes. If sparks are flying and there's a little bit of wind, sparks might go from the bottom, from the top, from the side. So this is definitely safer, but I prefer to wear my safety glasses. Next, you have your dust mask. Your dust mask helps you breathe much easier if you're working with a lot of dust. If you're cutting fiber cement, you've got a lot of fumes. If you're working with timber, if you're cutting a large number of timber, you've got a lot of wood chips flying around, wood dust. So you definitely want to have your dust mask while you're working. Next, you could also use your ear muffs. This is very important if you're working with heavy machinery for long hours. You could also use earplugs. These are much more portable, but I recommend this. This makes you feel very comfortable. Okay, you can also use your nail bags, or some people call them tool belts. If you're working mobile, if you're going up on the roof, you want to carry your nails, your hammer. This is very useful. And lastly, you've got your safety harness. So if you're working up on the sky, maybe above 2 meters, you definitely want to have your safety harness on. This is a full body harness. So yeah, this is the quick release. Okay, and there's some leg loops. So yeah, if you're climbing up on scaffolding or if you're going on the roof, you definitely want to have your safety harness on before you go up. Okay, lastly, gloves. Gloves are really important if you're working with timber. The reason is there are a lot of splinters and they're very big. So if you're handling a lot of timber, you're passing it around, and you definitely want to have your gloves so you protect your fingers from splinters. Okay, that's about it. Thank you so much, guys, and hope to see you at the facility for Builder Basics Assessment Part 2.